So we've been keeping a little bit of a secret. Let me show you. There is a particular corner of this property which I'm not that proud of. We've only been here a short time, so we haven't had a chance to get to it. For some reason, there just seems to be rocks in every corner of this property. Rocks. Rocks. More rocks. And me, being new to this property, wasn't quite sure what to do with them. So I started collecting them. I had to find a place to put them. This is my rock shed. And the shed's not in the best condition, but the reason I've started putting the rocks here is because I think I can use them in this corner of the property for an upcoming project. If I'm going to be totally honest with you, this video's actually got nothing to do with rocks, so I apologise if you were looking forward to some rock content. I just wanted to show you that corner of the property and also give you a little hint as to one of the upcoming projects that we've got in mind. What this video is actually about today is home security and cameras, and that is something that we've wanted to add to this place for a little while now. And that's where today's video sponsor comes in. And that brings us to Reolink, who have been kind enough to send us a security camera and also a video doorbell, which we're going to install. I think I'm probably going to be putting this one out the front, looking over the van, the whole front, the driveway, and this will be going at the front door. With Reolink, their home hub essentially replaces the need for a cloud service. While Reolink do also offer a cloud service, I feel like I should offer some context into what exactly it is I'm talking about there. Reolink offer a product called the Home Hub, which essentially stores all of your data from the footage from your cameras locally on premise. They also have SD card or micro SD card slots within each device. So you can just put a micro SD card into the camera and it avoids the need to pay an ongoing subscription to a cloud service, which a lot of their competitors, that is the only way you can do it. So what stands out with Reolink versus other competitors is the fact that you can store your footage locally. You don't have to have the cloud service. So that's what I was trying to explain. All of their devices have a spot for a micro SD. So if you don't have the Home Hub, you can just pop a micro SD in the doorbell, in the camera, and it'll store the footage on the device. Anyway, let's go pop this in. I think I'll start with the doorbell because that's going to be fairly easy. And then we'll get onto the camera, I think. This is the Home Hub from Reolink. And essentially this allows you to have storage locally. So that can take, I believe, 2 512 gigabyte SD cards, micro SD cards. All of the footage from your doorbell, your cameras, everything you have goes to this over the Wi-Fi local network. To be able to have it all locally here, meaning you don't have to pay a subscription, have it stored off-site. It also means if your NBN or your internet connection to the grid goes down and you're still locally within your network, you can still recall that footage. On a cloud service, if the internet went down, you have no access to it at all. That's probably the coolest thing that I like about this. So given that there's an existing doorbell already, I have installed the wiring for this one. The Reolink doorbell is quite versatile in that it can take a 24 volt DC input, and I think it can take anywhere from 12 to 24 AC as well. So if you have an existing doorbell, like a really old school one that has a AC power supply already there, it'll just plug straight into it, which is great. Oh, there we go, there's my wiring. And I happen to know that this doorbell and the new Reolink actually have the exact same power supply in terms of their output voltage and their wattage or amperage. And so it should be as simple as just screwing it in to this one. So I wonder if it's going to line up with the old holes. No, it's not. Usually I'm not a fan of using the hardware that comes with anything like this, but in this case it actually looks reasonably good. But I do like to use my own wall fixings, which is those green plugs you saw. I'm going to try and get this all together without disturbing a little friend here too much. I think he's a little wolf spider, and we've got plenty of them all over the place, and they're actually really friendly. So I'm not going to be disturbing him if I can help it. It'd be a different story if he was a funnel web. There we go, we got power. That'll be totally fine. That's it. Simple as that. All right, buddy. You can live behind the Rio Link doorbell now. I wonder what his name is. Cute little guy. Well, that's all done, and that was probably one of the simplest installs I've ever done. Probably just due to the fact that the wiring was already there. They do also offer a battery version of their doorbell. They definitely offer battery and rechargeable security cameras, and also solar powered security cameras, which would be perfect for a country like Australia where there is a ton of sun. Personally, I asked them to send me hardwired versions, just because being a Sparky, obviously I can run the cables and it then becomes completely maintenance free. You don't have to recharge a battery or worry if there's going to be lots of, overcast days and not great solar performance. So yeah, anyway, let's choose a spot for the outdoor camera, which is the Rio Link Duo 2. Now, what's cool about this camera is it actually has 2 lenses. And so you've got a really wide field of view. And what it does is it stitches the image together in the center. Apart from looking awesome, kind of very futuristic and pretty cool. You can actually sound an alarm. So if someone's trying to get up your driveway and steal your rocks, you can sound the alarm for them. This one also connects to the home hub as well. So I was hoping it would go right in the center there, but it actually gets a much better view of the driveway if I pop it in the center above this garage door up there. Also catches just a little glimpse of Oscar down on the road there. 2320, which means my center point is 23 is a bit 12, less 80, less 40, 1160. Okie dokie. Okay. Now, I need a hole big enough for this to go through. I don't think I've done that. Plan B, bigger drill. Only thing is, I think I've butchered the wall. Whoa! Don't know why I got so wobbly then. Well, it seems I'm all done. I actually had to move the whole bracket down, but it's done. It looks pretty sweet, I think. And the doorbell too, is in prime position here. And the last thing I need to do is put the chime in. So, you would have watched me install the black wired doorbell. Now I actually have an extra white wired doorbell. Complete kit, which I can send to one of you guys that are watching. In order to win this, you need to comment on the video, like it, and also subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I will then pick someone's comment and I'll send this out to you. Now, I can only offer this within Australia because this is an Australian kit. I suppose New Zealand as well, because we run on the same plugs and power. Yeah, so if you're in Australia and New Zealand, comment on the video, like it, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll reach out to my favorite comment. And I'll be sending you this doorbell kit for your own house, and there might also just be a little special something in there extra as well. So if you do want to purchase any of these products, Rio Link have been kind enough to create a discount code for you guys. I believe it's Kev's Van Life 5. I'll put it on the screen, the exact code. I'll also put that in the description with a link to their website. And I've just seen on my phone that I've got a notification that someone's detected on the driveway. So even though I'm right over here, apparently it can see me. So interesting. We'll see how this goes. Anyway, till next time, guys. Love you all. Bye. So I've got to the end of editing this video and I was just thinking that a lot of the footage that I film doesn't ever make it into videos, but there are some clips that I'd really like to show you guys. So let me know in the comments if this is a good idea, but starting on this video, I'm going to include just a little part at the end to show you a few unrelated clips of just what's been going on around here and generally just funny bits that haven't really fit into other videos. So hope you enjoy. Let me know if it's a good idea or not, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye. Jake, do you want to help me with gardening? Get this, we're gonna pull it out. Good boy, get there you go. This actually has very little to do with anything that I'm doing around here, but it's got all of the ingredients to go extremely wrong. I haven't really given myself much time to think whether this is a good idea or not. It's usually a bad sign. Ute's on the front grass, and there's a tie rope connected to this thing. And I'm trying to dig it out, so I figure I'll give it a go with the ute, and what's the worst that can happen? Wish me luck. Okay, very quick spider warning. Don't look for the next 15 seconds or so, and I'll tell you when it's gone. So we found our first funnel web spider on the property here. I've collected him because I'm going to take him to the closest drop-off point. With funnel webs in Australia, it's really important that we catch them when they come to the house, and we actually drop them off at a collection point where they're milked for their venom. And they actually use that to develop the antidote for funnel webs. So another spider warning, and then I'll tell you when it's over.
Oh, yes, perfect. I'll just have to get you. All right, so yeah.
Oh, sure. Oh, thanks for that.
Okay. Thanks for bringing it in.
Thanks for that.
Thank you for
Have a good
bringing
one.
it in.
Thanks, yeah.
I have you.
Well, somewhat worryingly, apparently they get a lot dropped off.